Think back to day one of your last big goal. You had the new gear, the early alarms, and a sense of total momentum. Then day 3 hits. The excitement vanishes, and simply getting out of bed feels like a physical struggle against your own body. Most people interpret this sudden drop in drive as a personal failure. We assume we are lazy, or that we lack the inherent discipline we see in others. This resistance is actually a sign of a healthy brain operating exactly as it was designed to. Your nervous system is prioritizing energy conservation over a new, unproven behavior. Motivation is a fluctuating biological state, not a reliable power source. It shifts based on sleep, stress, and chemistry, making it a poor foundation for long-term change. Building consistency requires moving past a reliance on how we feel. To stay on track, we have to understand the specific neurological handover that happens when novelty fades. This map of the habit-building journey shows the average 66 days required for a behavior to become automatic. It consists of the honeymoon phase, the danger zone, and finally, the routine. During the first week, your prefrontal cortex, the brain's center for conscious planning, shows high engagement. It is fueled by the novelty of the new routine. This novelty triggers a surge of dopamine. In the brain, this dopamine acts as a teaching signal, labeling the new activity as rewarding and worth the effort. By day 3, the novelty is gone. The prefrontal cortex begins to tire of the constant conscious effort, leading to a sharp drop in dopamine. At this point, the brain tries to hand the task off to the basal ganglia, the region responsible for automating behaviors to save energy. The problem is that the basal ganglia requires repetition to build a neural pathway. After only 72 hours, your internal autopilot doesn't know the routine yet. This creates a dopamine gap. You are stuck in a neurological no man's land, where the conscious drive has vanished, but the automatic habit hasn't been built, leading the vast majority of people to simply stop. Modern life makes this gap even harder to cross. Our brains are energy-conserving machines, constantly drained by micro-decisions and digital distractions. This balance scale shows the choice your brain makes every morning. A new habit offers a high-effort, delayed reward, while your smartphone offers a zero-effort, instant dopamine hit. When you are stuck in the dopamine gap and cognitively exhausted, your brain defaults to the path of least resistance to protect its energy reserves. Stopping a routine during this phase is the predictable result of a biological system navigating an environment that rewards instant gratification over earned progress. While you can't bypass the 66-day biological timeline, you can manually engineer the transition period to make it survivable. Method 1 involves injecting small doses of novelty. Changing your workout music or your environment keeps the prefrontal cortex alert and artificially sustains the dopamine signal. Second, you can use micro wins. Celebrating small, immediate checkpoints, like finishing a single page of writing, provides the dopamine hits that the fading novelty no longer supplies. Third, redesign your environment to remove friction. Keeping your equipment visible and your distractions out of reach makes the new habit the easiest possible action for an exhausted brain. Finally, there is habit stacking. By attaching a new behavior to an established one, like stretching while your morning tea steeps, you use a neural highway that is already fully operational in your basal ganglia. These methods rely on restructuring your routine and environment so your brain's existing neurochemistry supports you rather than working against you. Effective discipline starts with reframing the motivation drop. That loss of excitement is the signal that the real work of neurological rewiring has finally begun. Highly consistent people experience the exact same day 3 crash that you do. They feel the same drop in dopamine and the same urge to quit. They succeed because they view the crash as a signal to rely on their systems. They move with methodical repetition, letting their environment drive them forward when their emotions won't. Crossing the day 3 wall marks the true beginning of the transformation. It is the moment you move past temporary excitement and start building the physical pathways of the person you want to become.